My biggest memory problem is with people's names.
Okay.
New friends. You know, old friends I don't think I'm going to forget.
Okay.
But at least so far. New friends,
So how do you deal with that?
I have a hard time. I don't use their names until I hear somebody else saying it. I'm adapting.
Yep. Yeah.
I wait until somebody says, "Oh, hey Joe, you talking to Jim?" And I said, "Yeah, Joe's talking to me."
When you see people and you can't remember their name. Oh, it's awful for me.
I'm very much aware when they say, "And Jim, you blah blah blah," and I'm looking at him. Who the heck is he? I mean, I recognize his face.
Yeah.
And we're friends.
Yeah.
But they're not my long-term friends. I can still, But people I've met in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a challenge. Well, obviously, it's a challenge because I can't remember anybody's name, and that's a social issue. And I'm a sociable person. Yikes. And I'm wondering if there were early signs of it when I was the last 10 years of my career, or maybe it was I just never had a skill in remembering names. I don't know.
I just took it for granted. It didn't bother me so much. I mean, I just knew it would be hard for me to remember people's names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what's your name?
And as a human resource guy, you're supposed to know everybody's name, but fortunately I'm retired. And even, it might have been starting to happen when I was working 10 years ago. I had a couple of assistants, secretaries and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I always depended on them to say who's that person over there, so I could be a personable personnel manager. And so I needed other people to refresh my memory 15 years ago, or maybe even longer than that, I don't know.
The frustration of forgetting something that I know I knew, and that turn around and ask me a mathematical equation from 10 years ago pops right out of my head. The contradiction, it's a very contradictory type of a disease. On one moment you can bake a cake, and the next time you can't make a cup of tea. Why? So it's the frustration, I think, is the biggest factor in my particular aspect of this disease.
I have frustration almost every day, a lot of it. There's things I just don't do as well as I used to. Simple things I used to really enjoy. I still enjoy reading a good novel. I always got to do that on vacation, never when I was working, but I get to do that. And now, yesterday, my wife asked me, well, what's going on in the book? And she's reading the same book, although she's 200 pages ahead of me. And I just read more the night before, and I couldn't remember what's going on in the book. I had to look back on it, at the book, and to remember where I was and so forth. So that's frustrating. If I stick to it and I continue to read and I do it in a condensed period, I can do pretty well. But piecemeal, it's a little bit tough. So, things are changing. It's frustrating.
It seems to be difficult for me to pick up the new stuff. Like my wife has an iPad. I have a Kindle. I can handle the Kindle all right most of the time, but the iPad gives me trouble. I can do certain things. I can search. I can use Safari, but we have a mastery of it. I don't, and I can't seem to keep it. In other words, I watch my wife, or she'll explain it to me, and I can't seem to retain it.
Well, other kinds of things, which at one time in my life I could easily have said, okay, well, I can give that up and I'll start doing this instead. I can't do that anymore. When you start telling me what you're going to teach me something completely new and different and so forth, it's a different ballgame.
let's play a simple new game, you know. And I'm like, oh, not new, you know. I have a lot of trouble. I'll just observe, or I need a partner in this game, or something like that.
Then it started to, I just started to get nervous about it. Almost every contact I had, actually to the point where I didn't want to answer the phone, because I'd have to talk to somebody on the phone, and that's how bad it got. And I'm still pretty much in that shape. Naturally, I talk to my sons, but other people I try to feed off to my wife, because I just don't want to get involved, so to speak. The pain that I get in my stomach, abdomen area, I think is produced here. And it kind of gives me something to worry about rather than the disease, than the Alzheimer's.